EU weighs options after Trump ramps up pressure over Greenland bid. What we're covering? Greenland tensions. European countries are weighing options for response after President Donald Trump threatened tariffs on European allies, including the UK, until a deal is reached for the purchase of Greenland. Starmer slams tariff threat. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said it is completely wrong to impose tariffs on allies, and that any decision about the future status of Greenland belongs to the people of Greenland and the people of Denmark alone. What next? The European Commission is expected to provide an update after the EU's 27 ambassadors held an emergency meeting yesterday to discuss Greenland and the tariff threat. French President Emmanuel Macron reportedly asked the European Union to activate its trade bazooka, an anti-coercion instrument. Trump tells Norway he no longer feels bound to think purely of peace in letter about Nobel Prize snub. U.S. President Donald Trump has told Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre that he no longer felt an obligation to think purely of peace after the Norwegian Nobel Committee did not award him the Nobel Peace Prize, as he repeated his demand for control of Greenland in a letter seen by Reuters. Dear Jonas, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped wars, plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America, Trump wrote in the letter, according to Reuters. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China, and why do they have a right of ownership anyway? There are no written documents. It's only that a boat landed there hundreds of years ago. But we had boats landing there also, Trump wrote. Slapping tariffs on allies is completely wrong, says Britain's Starmer after Trump's Greenland threat. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said it is completely wrong to impose tariffs on allies after U.S. President Donald Trump said he would impose additional levies on the United Kingdom and several other countries that oppose his plan to acquire Greenland. The use of tariffs against allies is completely wrong. It is not the right way to resolve differences within an alliance, nor is it helpful to frame efforts to strengthen Greenland's security as a justification for economic pressure, Starmer said Monday at a news conference in Downing Street. Stressing that the UK and US remain close partners, Starmer said he needed to set out a principle that cannot be set aside because it goes to the heart of how stable and trusted international cooperation works. Any decision about the future status of Greenland belongs to the people of Greenland and the people of Denmark alone. That right is fundamental, and we support it, the Prime Minister said. Starmer said that a trade war is in no one's interest, and that he had spoken to Trump and European leaders on Sunday to find a solution rooted in partnership, facts, and mutual respect. On Saturday, Trump said he will charge an additional 10% tariff on goods from the UK and several other European countries from the 1st of February.